Hi guys, Mike here. I wanted to make a short video to show you my mod on the Bluetooth telemetry built into the transmitter or the radio of my CX20. From the outside you can notice I got two antennas here. One of them is actually my radio antenna. I just got rid of the original antenna because I didn't like it. I couldn't unscrew it if I were to put this in my backpack or something. And then the second antenna is for my telemetry unit, telemetry module rather. Um, so on the back I have a switch for basically turning off both my Bluetooth and my telemetry unit, because sometimes I fly and I don't need them, so this way I preserve more battery. Now let's take a look inside. So what we got here, this is my radio. I bought it off of Amazon, like $6. It comes with a RP SMA connector on one side and coax cable and a UFL on the other side. Now unfortunately the CX20 does not come with a UFL connector, so you gotta cut that one off and just strip the wire and solder it in two different places. I also added some super glue here just so it does not move ever, because it's pretty fragile. On the other side, this is the telemetry. I bought a 6-inch, 15 centimeter coax cable, and it goes directly into my telemetry ground module. Now you can notice this is the one with the USB version. All the tutorials out there that I saw, they have the micro USB, and then they have a 6-pin out, where you can easily just connect your Bluetooth, based on the connections, but I didn't have that and I didn't see any tutorials, so that's why I'm making this one. So basically what I did, I looked online for the schematics, and this is the HMTRP PCB on top right here. So the second and the fourth pins are actually the RX and TX, and it sits on the I guess is the FTDI cable or PCB that transforms the USB into those TX and RX, and at the same time transforms 5 volts to 3.3. Now I chose to work with 5 volts because the Bluetooth module works with 5 volts, and I have a UBAC of 5 volts. So what happens is I get my 5 volts through here, goes directly to the Bluetooth, and then it's connected in series, and it goes directly to the pins of the USB cable, and then I have my TX RX connected to pin 2 and 4 on the ground module. Now I don't remember if it's TX RX RX or vice versa. You can test it out. It's not gonna break any of the modules. What will break them if you switch the negative and the positive, and I did that on my air module, and it's not fun. And you'll also have to change the baud rate on the Bluetooth. There's plenty of tutorials out there, but if you have questions you can ask me. Now moving on to the second part, what I have here is just the battery. I should probably use a LiPo, and then drag the cables through the opening right here and charge it whenever I need to, but I decided to go with this one just for testing right now. Then I have my UBAC right here that transforms up to 24 back to 5, and I have my switch right here, which I just use the Dremel to make a rectangular hole and then put some hot glue around it. Now what I would have done differently is I actually put everything on one side so I don't have to disconnect two cables. I would drill the holes here, put my antennas, put my telemetry, my Bluetooth in here. This way the only thing that I'll have to disconnect is the power to the actual radio. So you can go ahead and connect them back and give it a try, and hopefully it works this time. So this is my power to my telemetry, and this is the power to the actual radio. Close it up real quick. Okay, I'll just Power on the drone and the controller. Now what I want to do is somehow figure out a way to take out or connect my lights from the Bluetooth and my telemetry somewhere on the outside so I can see the status of both the telemetry and the Bluetooth. So right now I have them off and I'm gonna turn them on, and I have no idea what's going on except for the telemetry radio. I'm just looking for a solid green light, so if it's solid that means it connected. So the telemetry radios are working. Now let's double check if the Bluetooth is working. Now I already have my Bluetooth enabled on my computer and they were paired some time ago, so what I have to do right now is choose the right COM and the right baud rate, so it's 57600, and I'll just press connect and it should connect. Now when I was testing it before I had everything together, what I usually would happen is I press connect and it would time out or just cancel or freeze. So what I had to do is quickly disconnect and connect the Bluetooth adapter and then press connect again and it would start working. That's one of the issues, and the other one was I would get a connection but I would never get my parameters to load, and it took me about 2 days to figure that one out. And basically what happened is when I was testing, I had my ground unit connected into the USB port of my laptop and the Bluetooth connected to a battery, so that was not working. So what I had to do is actually put them to the same ground, and then only then it started working. So it sounds pretty trivial, but it took me 2 days to figure that one out. So as you can see, we're connected through Bluetooth to my laptop right now, and you can see that you got data, and you can go to the configuration and the full parameter list, and you can go ahead and change everything on the fly. Obviously, I could have done this easier and just gotten my on-the-go cable and just connected to my phone and connect this side to the ground unit, and I would have gotten exactly the same without all of this change. But I wanted to make it nicer. I'll just get a holder for my phone right here and put it somewhere on the side, and I don't require any cables anymore. I can just look at my tower application and change parameters on the go, and I would see everything here. So this is everything I want to talk about on the controller. Now I have some mods on the drone itself a little bit. So I have my radio here with Velcro right between the body and the gimbal. Now what I did on the gimbal, this is just cheap eBay one, like $50. I switched the accelerometer, I guess. I'm not sure what it's called. From here to here. The only reason I did that because I wanted to look down horizontally like this. And it wouldn't allow me because of this wire, so I put it on the other side, and now I can go full 360 if I wanted to. And at the same time, what I did is downloaded a program called Simple BGC for the gimbal, and I actually changed the parameters of my of the gimbal to only move 90 degrees when I go full 300 degrees, so full circle on my aux2. When I go from the minus to the positive, I would say this is approximately 320 degrees, maybe 300 degrees, and it would only go from horizontal to vertical. This gives me more control, and I can make a smoother transition when I'm filming. So that's aux2. On aux1, I actually connected this to auto-tune, and there's plenty of tutorials out there how to do that, but basically the pot is directly connected to the receiver inside, but it's not connected to the flight controller. That receiver puts the signal directly into the pin right here. So what I did, I just took a wire and connected it back into the receiver. And if you look at the tutorials, you know where. There's 2 empty spots, so which is channel 7 or 8, and then you go into your extended tuning, and then there's channel 7 or channel 8 option, so I just put auto tune for that one. And then if you have any weight changes, you can run the auto tune. Runs for about 5-7 minutes, and then you're good to go. Also, these are DJI Phantom extended legs. I wouldn't recommend them just because they're a little flimsy. You'd need to, I mean, you can hold them, but it's better to make an actual, like an adapter, so they don't rotate like this. And every time I land, but I'm pretty terrible at landing, it would just flip over and go forward and hit the propellers because the base is so narrow. So I'm not liking them very much, but I needed them because my gimbal would touch the ground with the original legs. And then next I'm planning to get FPV and a power module and get my on-screen display, the whole shebang pretty much. See where I can go with this drone. That's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know. I'll try and help you out. I don't think I left anything out, but if I did, again, leave me some comments and I'll gladly help you out.